or hostages, and been brainwashed into a feeling of victimhood, coupled with, the fact that they have been forced into money lending in some jurisdictions in history, which has made them pariahs from a sort of social perspective. So all of these factors have created...
Sorry, including the Rothschilds themselves. They were from the Jewish ghetto, weren't they, originally?
Yeah, exactly. So there are many human influences involved, but at the end of the day, from a structural perspective, Israel is undoubtedly a lever of power that is being used. And I would argue that what is happening currently has very little to do with the individual will of all those involved. It's much more to do with the structural incentives and the position they find themselves in. And I think there are many reasons why this conflict is happening, but I think there's a sort of tragic inevitability in Israel's self-destruction under these circumstances. But I think that's probably as much. Thank you very much for your introduction, because I think you covered a lot of important ground, which I won't be covering necessarily, but I think there are important aspects, and maybe I'll say a bit about AI in my presentation.
Right. Thank you very much. Are you happy with that, Rizwan?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, that was good. No, you're right. Actually, that's the way to do it properly in a seminar. Have a speaker and have a dialogue. However, time is always the problem. But over to you, Rizwan, on Islamic eschatology. You can introduce yourself if you wish, or you can dive in as you wish.
No, I'll just go ahead and start. Basically, according to all the authentic narrations about end times in eschatology chapter in Islam, I've been studying it for like past 4 years and giving analysis on my YouTube channel, but that channel is in Urdu, not in English. So I'll just try to cover the basic things. First of all, according to my analysis, which I gather from all the authentic narrations, that we have entered in last century. This is probably the last century, according to my analysis, because there are very serious narrations about this century that I'll start with this. That Prophet ﷺ was sitting, Prophet Muhammad, I'm talking about, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He was sitting with his companions, and Gabriel came to him at that time, and he started asking questions. The one question he asked him, that when will the judgment day will come? So Prophet ﷺ replied. He said, I don't know the exact date or the year, but I'll give you a very big sign for Judgment Day, and that would be these Bedouins, these the shepherds, what do you call them? The villagers of Arabic Gulf side area. They will make these buildings, the tall buildings, and they will compete with each other, and they will make the tallest buildings in the world. And that would be the biggest sign. So this is the warning sign Prophet ﷺ gave us, which is very clear that it never happened in past 1400 years. It just happened in this century. In 2004, they started making these buildings, and I think in 2009 they completed that building. So this is the major sign, and it actually gives us the idea that we have reached that era of Antichrist, and the Armageddon, and the Messiah before the Armageddon, the Mahdi. He would be the Messiah before Jesus Christ, because we believe that Jesus Christ will come as well as a Messiah, and he will save the humanity from the Antichrist. And before the Antichrist and during the Armageddon period, there would be a Muslim leader he would come and he would establish Khilafah. He will establish Islamic government, and he will fight the Jews, and especially the all the people who were anti-Islam, or what do you call what you can say, people who actually supporting Israel in this all this inhumane things they're doing, all the injustice and everything. So they will get together, just like NATO. We see NATO, and there will be a NATO at that time with 80 countries, 80. So that time is coming, but we are probably a few years away from that time. But right now, this war is going to escalate, according to my analysis, and it will lead towards that final battle, which would be Armageddon, and we are not very far from that. So before that, the Mahdi will rise, and then the Armageddon will take place, and then there will be a huge, massive war. Due to that war, there will be 3 years of drought, and that drought is right before the Antichrist. So Antichrist would use that, the devastation or suffering of people, and he will provide them, the shelter or whatever the technology will bring with him. Let me clear one thing. Mr. Moin said something in his speech that Antichrist is already here. But according to my analysis and my research, all from authentic narrations in Islam, that Antichrist is not in this universe at the moment. He will come from another universe. In Quran, there is a verse which clearly says that there are 7 universes. We have our Earth, planet Earth, in one universe, and there are 6 more universes just like our universe. So there are 7 universes, and same thing goes with the Gog Magog. Gog and Magog will come from another universe as well. They're aliens. There will be a huge planet invasion. They will invade our planet Earth. So this is all mentioned in our narrations, that these Gog Magog will come from another universe, and the Dajjal will come from another universe, and there are 7 universes. So basically, and Jesus Christ as well, he's not in our universe at the moment. He's in another universe as well. He's actually living right now. Prophet ﷺ met him on the night journey, and they sat together. They talked for hours and everything. So it explains that Jesus Christ is living somewhere, not in this universe, some other universe. Prophet Muhammad made a journey to that universe where Jesus Christ is living. So Jesus Christ is coming from another universe as well, and Antichrist is coming from another universe as well. Gog and Magog are coming from another universe as well. So what I think, that these atomic nuclear war would somehow create that impact, or do something with the portals. So portal would open up somehow. So the doors which are not open, but at that time somehow it will create an impact or something. So somehow the door would start opening in near future after the Armageddon war, with the nuclear impact on this planet Earth. That would create an impact. So from that day on, the sun will rise from the west, because probably our Earth is revolving towards around its axis. After the the atomic nuclear war, probably it will start spinning the other direction. That way we will see the sun will rise from the west. So this is also mentioned in Islamic eschatology. So all these things are very near, and we are living in this last century. And according to my analysis, 2032, the significance of the year 2032, that year would it would be exactly 2,000 years since Jesus left this planet Earth. He left this planet Earth on 32 BC. what do you call exactly? I don't know.
80.
80, sorry.
Yeah.
80. 3280. He left this planet Earth on 3280, and 2032, it will be exactly 2000 years. So this is very important year. So from my analysis, I think that 2032 years is very, very important. So everything is heading towards that. We are entering in this phase of wars. These wars is going to escalate, and the Armageddon is near. And because there is no turning back now, whatever Israel has started, there is no happy ending. I don't know how people are looking at it, but it is very clear that there is not going to be a happy ending for anyone. We all are heading towards a massive war, toward Armageddon, and humanity is going to suffer like it has never suffered before. So these times are very serious. People are not taking it that seriously. I've been a student of this end of times chapter in Islam for many years, and I've tried to cover each and every point, and try to do research and match the situation, whatever mentioned in in end of times predictions, and whatever is happening right now. I've matched the situations, connected the dots, and it's just like 2 + 2 = 4, that we have entered in the last century, and the time is very near. And there is another narration. It clearly says that once the Jesus Christ will come, right after his second coming, so this planet Earth will not survive more than 70 years. It will be, everything will wrap up, and the day of judgment will come. So the 70 years period is mentioned, clearly mentioned. So if Jesus Christ will come in 2032, and within 70 years, everything will wrap up. So basically, this is all I think I should say. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll keep on dragging things, in my speech, so I don't want to do that.
Can I just let you expand on a couple of points I wanted, because we're not new to this. Can you clarify? We know, according to the source, like Book of Revelation or Daniel, Muslims have the Hadith, the collection of sayings and doings of the Prophet codified, the Kitab al-Fitan. Now, I'm quite concerned about error. I use the word error, mistakes, yeah, in human behavior and thinking. Believes that the Mahdi, well, both of them, both the Shia and Sunni, believe that Mahdi is a human, and he descends from the lineage of the Prophet, yeah, through Ali, Fatima, yeah. However, I could put up a video right now in the English language. The guy's done maybe 100 videos. He's claiming he's from the Shia, lineage, yeah? Presumably Hussein, yeah? And they're claiming that the Mahdi's here, and he's been asked by the Mahdi to tell the world. I do very deep research. I'm even looking at the Arabic, because I'm an Arabist. I've studied at Arabic University and English. Now, can you clarify the Sunni view on the Mahdi versus the Shia? Because Iran is a Shia country, and I believe this is going to be, like everything else, going to be manipulated. Because the Mahdi is going to take on the powers, and they're going to...
The similarity between Shia belief and Sunni belief is let's talk about similarities. The common common belief is that there will be a guided one, a Mahdi, who will become the leader of Muslim nation. So he will fight all the evil forces. So this is what we agree on. But
yeah.
And especially the lineage as well. We Sunni also believe the lineage would be from Ali and Fatima, alayhim salam, and the Shia also believe the same thing. So there is no conflict in the lineage. So the only problem is this, that Shia believes that Mahdi somehow left this time and space and moved into another time and space a few centuries ago, probably 13 centuries ago, and he will come to our time and space, whenever the time will come. So then he will take the lead. So this is what their belief. Just like Ashab-e Kahf in Quran, the people of the cave, you've heard the story, you read the, Quran as well.
The seven sleepers,
Seven sleepers, yes.
Yeah.
So they actually left this time and space, and they came back. From their perspective, they only spent 1 day, but when they came back to this time and space, the world has, passed to 309 years, 309 years, of course. So they didn't even actually felt the difference. So same way the Shia believes that Mahdi, the chosen one, he left this time and space and he will come back. So he will be the same person with the same age. It'll be only a few days for him, he missed, but in this planet Earth, the 1300 years have passed. So this is what they believe. But the Sunni thinks that no, he will be from the same lineage, but he will be born just like another person. And then, by the time of, he would get to age 40 to 50, he will become the leader of this ummah and he'll lead the Muslim nation. But both think the same way, that he will become the leader and he's from the same lineage. But the only conflict is this, that they think that, he somehow vanished from this planet Earth and then he'll come back. Well, this is not a very difficult thing to understand, because we have read in Quran that it happened before, and just like with Jesus Christ, it will happen with him as well. So I don't talk about the conflicts, but I usually stay on the topic which unites us. You see what I'm saying?
No. Thank you for that. However, just to clarify what you just said, because I'm going into this very deep, because it's very important about deception, because that's a key issue in end times, about leadership, like the Jewish Messiah, who is the Mahdi, and Isa, Jesus for that matter, yeah, is that some of the Shia, maybe we need a separate discussion on this, but it's important because, as you know, in the Muslim world, there is you can't disguise it like Protestant and Catholic, there is an Orthodox, there are differences, to put it mildly. Is that you mentioned he descends from Muhammad alayhi salam and his daughter, yeah? And Ali,
yes.
yeah?
Yes.
Married Ali, who was the fourth caliph. However, they had sons, yeah? Hassan
Yes.
and Hussein.
Yes.
You can clarify this. The Shia believe it's not Hassan, it's Hussein.
Yes.
Well, I've came across this on the videos, Shia videos.
Yes. Yes.
So there is a difference. Their lineage, yes, it's from the prophetic blood family. We're not disputing that. However,
but it's from either
important.
one of them, either Hassan or Hussein. Both are brothers. So
No,
Shia thinks it will be from Hussein, and the Sunni thinks it will be from Hassan.
No, fine. However, I've just told you, I've come across a movement from the West, very articulate, yeah, English guy or American. He's got a following. They're on the internet. This has got implications. When the Mahdi comes, there's going to be confusion, because right now, never mind this group, there are other people who have declared they're the Mahdi already. Idiots out there, right? It's already happening.
Let me explain something right here. The one thing is very important, that Mahdi would never claim that he's the Mahdi, he is the chosen one. He would actually try to flee from the people who would try to, take an oath of allegiance on his hand. He would not want that. Yes. He would not take the responsibility. He would flee from one place to another place. He'll try to take shelter. He doesn't want to take that responsibility, and he does not believe that he is the chosen one. So he would never claim that he's the chosen one. But the people who will recognize him through the predictions made by Prophet ﷺ that how would he look and what would be his name like and what would be his personality like and everything. So the people who understand the the prediction and everything, they would try to find him, and they would actually locate him, and then they will try to convince him to take the lead. So that way he would flee from those people, and those people would actually find him again and take him to the exact location where Prophet ﷺ said they would take him to, the Baitullah Sharif, the Kaaba Sharif, right in Makkah. And then they will actually take the oath of allegiance on his hand. And he would not want that, but he would be forced to do it. So this is the thing. If someone claims that he's the chosen one, so it means he's not the right chosen one. He's claiming, false as a Messiah or something.
No, I agree with you. But all I'm saying is right now, there are people already, groups actually, already, promoting. We are it. One quick one really. Obviously, Islamic eschatology is quite, just that issue that I've picked up. There's many issues. But the one you mentioned about the Dajjal, yeah? And also, by the way, Yajuj and Majuj in English is Gog and Magog. According to Dawood Musa Pidcock and even Philip Bree, those icons are in Guildhall. You probably know that, yeah? Some of you? In London, the symbols of Gog and Magog.
Are they?
Yes. But I don't want to go into that just now. The point is that symbolism, you're talking about, well, they're also real people, symbolism, whether it's the Dajjal, the Jewish Messiah, or nickname Antichrist, Yajuj, Majuj, Gog and Magog, or the point I made about Dajjal is, you're right, it's my interpretation. All I'm trying to say is that it's okay to have different views as long as you can substantiate them. The main thing is we believe the Dajjal is coming, right? You all agree on that, right?
Yes.
Obviously, exactly who he is, when he comes and all that. But the point I was making wasn't that really. It was about what's going on with Netanyahu specifically. I was very specific. A leader of Israel who's been in charge more or less for 30 years. That's not my analysis. Someone else had said that. And even when he's not been there, he's been maneuvering, deals, military, and God knows what for Israel. Now, my interpretation is that there's different ways, we Muslims believe in different types of relationships with the Prophet, to pray to him, or intercession and all the rest of it. There are different ways to communicate with Allah, for instance, by prayer, dua, a congregational prayer personally. But the point I was trying to make is this Dajjal, the Jewish Messiah, my understanding is he's human, okay? And he's from a Jewish background or whatever. But what the point I'm making is they can inspire. I didn't say that he's had a meeting with Netanyahu, but they have their means.
They do devil worshipping. They do devil worshipping, and they get the signals from the Satan himself.
Well, no, I think that's the point. It's good to clarify what I was trying to say. Yeah, you're right. What I was trying to say is that yes, if Dajjalic Zionism has satanic roots, I didn't mention.
If you use the term devil worshipping, I 100% agree with you. Okay. If you say that they are in touch with Antichrist, that is not the right belief according to Islam. Because Islam clearly says the first day of Dajjal, the Antichrist, whenever his first day would be in this planet Earth, on this planet Earth, that day will extend to a year. It will, you see what I'm saying? There are clearly hadiths saying that the very first day of the Antichrist on this planet Earth, that would extend to a year. And the moving of this planet Earth would become slow. Something would happen. So that way, our day will extend to a year, and we will have that long day. And the first day of Dajjal would be a year, and the second day of Dajjal on this planet Earth would be like a month. And the third day of Dajjal on this planet Earth would become just like a week. And rest of the 37 days will become exactly the normal days, like we have 24 hours days circle. So he would stay exactly 40 days on this planet Earth. Then he will be killed by Jesus Christ on the 40th day. So if you calculate these 40 days, it will become 14 months and 14 days. So that's the total period he's going to stay on this planet Earth. He never came before. He would never come after this. He will only have these 40 days, which the sum is 14 months and 14 days, if you calculate everything. So he never came before. He'll never come after. This is the only time he will come on this planet Earth.
I need to come in.
But as far as the Zionism is concerned, and in Netanyahu and all these people, they do devil worshipping. They get the signs and the instructions from Satan himself. So the Dajjal would be like a partner to Satan, and he will represent Satan on this planet Earth. And Satan and the Dajjal, both of them, will rule the world for 14 months and 14 days.
Just to clarify, I mean, this is not just my view. I'm just sharing some experts' views. For instance, Sheikh Imran Hussein, he's deemed to be a global expert. We don't have to agree with everything what he's saying, but also Sufi experts like the Naqshbandi Tariqa. The point I'm making is we know that the devil, Shaitan, that the Dajjal is a disciple in terms of lineage of the Shaitan. He's inspired by him, and he's an acolyte, to use an English term. That's the relationship. So it's devilish. And also, Pity Philip Bree's not here, the symbolism of the Star of David on the Israeli flag, we think it's the Star of David. But what if I said to you it's a hexagram? Because he's got all the research on that, claiming that isn't what you think it is. Likewise, Rothschild, we mentioned Rothschild, yeah? But they're linked to the satanic Sabbatean Frankish school, which is a satanic interpretation of Kabbalah, God knows what. Again, you need a whole seminar on that. But you'll say, what's that got to do with what I'm saying? Well, the point I'm trying to make is that there's a video I shared where a rabbi, obviously he claims he's in contact with the Dajjal. Now, whether I agree or disagree is irrelevant. I'm just giving an interpretation. I said that Netanyahu is, I said, I need to clarify, I said is in touch with the Dajjal. Maybe I should clarify that. Yes, maybe I didn't think about it, about direct devil worship, but because definitely they are coming from that lineage. However, through the rabbi, there could be direct contact that he's communicating to him. Who are we to say they're not? We don't know the intricacies of this world.
Well, Satan is a deceiver, so he could pretend like the Dajjal, and he would actually talk to them like he's the Dajjal.
Yes.
Satan actually controls the minds. So
Yeah.
if people want to believe that they're talking to the Dajjal and they're being satisfied with that, so Satan will pretend to be the Dajjal. So, but according to Islamic eschatology, I was strictly trying to stay within the Islamic concept.
Yeah.
So according to Islamic point of view, the Dajjal never came before, and the Dajjal would never come after. He would only come for 40 days for a certain period of time. This would be the only time he would be on this planet Earth. So that was the point I was trying to make. But people, claim different things, but they are their own they have their own analysis or their own point of views. I try to strictly stay within, the exact teaching which is mentioned in end of times predictions in Quran and authentic hadith.
No, that's fine. Just one final point before Clive or Simon come in. Again, it's not my view necessarily, but I'm just sharing the complexities in this topic, like the Mahdi, as I mentioned. But you mentioned exactly his dates, yeah? A year. I'm aware of that. tradition. However, Islam has different levels of interpretation. For instance, Sheikh Imran Hussein, who's written books on this topic, right, been around for decades, he says that Dajjal, I've used this term, by the way, it's had an impact on me. I talk about a Dajjalic era, you know, an age of deception, yeah? If you don't believe in God, you've got atheism, then, you know, science this, science that. The point I'm making is Sheikh Imran Hussein, you don't have to agree with him, he interprets the month, yeah, the week, or the day, as three manifestations of Dajjalic power. For instance, the British Empire, which was one of the first global empires, which passed the baton
to America, I know what he said.
To America, which is going to be passed to Pax Judaica. So all I'm trying to say is certain things there's a lot of complexity. It's not as simple as you think.
No. This is very, I disagree with the Sheikh Imran Hussein. I met this guy.
Yeah.
And I actually tried to talk with him, but he clearly refuses. Whatever contradicts with his,
sure, okay.
He refuses. Even I gave him the authentic hadith. He doesn't want to talk about that. He thinks his analyses are way, superior than authentic hadith. So that's Sheikh Imran Hussein. That's his own analysis. But as far as end of times hadith is concerned about the Dajjal, they are very clear. There is no doubt in that. I made a whole, a video session on that, the Dajjal and 7 universes and all that. I've explained everything according to Quran and authentic hadith. There's the concept that people who think that Gog Magog are already on this planet Earth, they are wrong. People who think that the Dajjal is not a man or a system, or, they try to manipulate things with his, 1 year would become a day, and compare it with, the different eras. That is completely wrong, because Prophet ﷺ clearly said that in that hadith, when he said the first day of the Antichrist on this planet Earth would extend to a year. It would become that long. It would stretch, to that certain time. It would not be a 24-hour circle in one day. So the companions of Prophet ﷺ asked the question specifically that how would we pray? Because in 24-hour circle, we pray 5 times a day. So the companions asked him that how would we pray? So in the whole year, would we just pray 5 prayers? So Prophet ﷺ replied them, said, no, you would try to calculate your regular days. So even though the day would stretch and would become like a year, but you would not just pray 5 prayers in that year, you would keep on praying, with the certain gaps, because we know the practice, how we practically live 24-hour circle. So he said that you would keep on following your 24-hour circle and keep on praying with the different gaps, and do not follow the movement of sun, because the sun would become very slower and they would stretch towards a year. So he clearly said everything. So whatever Sheikh Imran Hussein says, it clearly contradicts with the clear understanding of the hadith. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I have explained it correctly or not.
Okay, we'll leave it there just now. You're right. We're just touching some of these issues. They need in-depth analysis. Thank you for your contribution. The thing is, over to you, Clive, yeah, and then Simon.
Okay. I'm